welcome to ChamiViews. Today we are going to discuss about the very interesting topic, right? That is related to the GoLang. Today we are going to discuss about the how we can create the RESTful web service using the Go, right? In here we are going to teach you regarding the post, get, put, delete, those kind of things, right? Don't be confusing, right? I will teach you from the sketch, right? Then you can get a clear understanding about what those things are. Finally, you will be able to create the RESTful web service, right? This is a simple web service, right? By using this one, you can clearly understand how we can write the RESTful web service, right? Okay. Before going to the video, I want to highlight my channel, right? This is my channel, ChamiViews, right? In this channel, we have uploaded several things related to the programming, right? For all the beginners, you can refer this channel. If you are interested, you can put those things, right? Please share these things with your friends if you are interested. Okay, this is our Go series. In here we have discussed about the around 50 topics related to the Go basic, right? I haven't still conclude this. Still I am uploading new topics that are related to Go, right? If you are interested, you can put these things as well, right? And also please share those things with your friends. Okay. Today I will teach you how we can create the simple backend service, right? Using the GoLang. First, I will open my GoLang ID. This is the newest version of the GoLang ID. First, I will create a new project here, right? Go project. I will add the name as item management system, right? In this project, I will teach you how we can create the RESTful web service, right? By using the items, right? In this system, we can create the items, delete the items, update the items, and get items, right? That functionalities are there. This is the project name, and I will use the Go 1.22 version, right? And then I will create the project. Okay. In here, they have added some comments, and those stuffs I will remove for the moment because I don't want for those things for the moment. Right. I will remove these things. Okay. I already have told you in here we are going to implement the system, right? That handle the items related things, right? Basically, item CRUD operations here we are going to handle, right? And also by using this video, I will teach you how we can handle the big system, right? Big project with the poultry structure as well, right? In here, first I will create a package called DAO, right? Directory called DAO. This is actually data access object, right? This is one layer of our backend service. We are calling to our database, those kind of stuffs by using this layer, right? And then we have the service directory, right? Inside the service, we are calling to the DAO layer, and then we are getting the data from the DAO layer, right? And also, if we have some business logics handled, then we can write those business logics inside the service layer. And then we have another layer called controller, right? Inside this, we are handling all the HTTP methods, right? Directly we are calling to the controller, right? I will teach you how we can handle those HTTP requests by using the controller. This is the flow. Initially, we are calling to the controller, and then controller will call to the service, and service call to the DAO, and then DAO will retrieve those data from the database or any data source, right? In here, we are going to build this simple system, right? In here, we are storing those data in memory, right? Using the main slice. Okay. This is the folder structure, right? I will add more folders here when we are implementing the system. Okay. Right. In here, we are going to handle the HTTP request, right? Then we have routes, right? We can handle those HTTP requests by using several packages, right? Some external packages as well, right? Like gene marks, like those packages also we can use, right? But there's package called net, right? Let's go inbuilt package. Using that one, I will teach you this lesson, right? And in the future, I will teach you how we can integrate with the gene marks, those kind of things, right? That is not very important, right? Regarding the main libraries. In this video, I want to teach you what are those HTTP requests, how we can handle those things, right? And how we can maintain the folder structure, those kind of things I want to highlight when we are doing this project. Okay. I will start from the DAO layer, right? I already have told you that inside the DAO layer we are storing data, right? And fetching data, those kind of things we can done by using the DAO layer, right? Inside this, I will create two Go files. I will teach you why those two, right? This is the item DAO, right? And then I will add another Go file as well, item DAO IMP, right? That's the implementation of the item DAO, right? This is basically a interface, right? This interface, the implementation of that interface, we are going to implement here, right? Why we are doing those things, right? When we are writing the unit test, it is very easy when we are follow this method, right? Okay, and also by looking at the interface, we can identify what are the methods that we have easily, right? Okay, in here I will in here we have some logics, right? this item management system now, right? We have add item functionality, and then delete item functionality, and update, right? And then get. Those functionalities are there. First, I will teach you how we can add the item, right? That means the post request, right? HTTP post request I will teach you first. Okay. In here, I will create the interface item DAO, right? In here, we have a function called create item, right? By using this function, we can create the item, right? To create the item, right? I will create this in the directory as well, right? Call model. Inside the model, I will add the Go file, and then this is the item. Okay, this is the model package, and then it has a struct call item, right? In here we have ID type is int, right? I will add another parameter as well called name, that is type of string, right? These are the two parameters that we have with the item, right? We can add many parameters, right? Like price, anything, right? For the sake of simplicity, I will stick to these two parameters, right? Okay. If we want to create the item, right, we want to send the item name from somewhere else, right? I will teach you how we can get those things, right? We want definitely front end, right? After doing this backend service, I will teach you how we can integrate this with the front end, right? Front end, we are going to implement the mobile application using the Jetpack Compose, right? Be sure this is a very interesting topic, right? We are going to implement the system with the very latest technologies, right? That's very important thing. Okay, I will pass the item by this item, right? I will pass this one. After creating the item, I will return that item, right, in this way. Okay, this is the interface, right? By looking this, you can say there is a function called item. It will pass the item, and then it will return the item. That's it, right? The implementation of this I will write here, right? Okay. In here I have type struct called item DAO, right? In here we have items, right? We already have told you that in here I will simply handle those items, right, using slice. I'm not going to integrate those data with the database, right? I will teach you those things in the upcoming videos, right? For the moment, I will store in those data in memory, right? Using this slice, okay? And then this is the item slice, and then we want to maintain the ID here. For that run, I will create the ID counter variable type is in. Okay. And then I will create a new instance, right? Like a new item. DAO. Okay, new item DAO, right? Then I am returning this item DAO interface here, right? What is the interface? This one, right? And then I am creating the, we don't want to instance like this. Implement those things manually, right? In here we can implement by using the implement methods, right? Then it will implement that one. Okay, in here what we are going to do is initially we want to increment that dot, yeah, DAO, right? We already have discussed about the pointers, right? Then I am passing this object here to here, right? And then you can get DAO dot the counter. I want to increment that one first. And then in here we have the ID for the item, right? I will add that incremented ID counter here. And then I want to store here, right? Globally. DAO.items equals append, right? Append DAO dot what? Items with this item. Okay. I have appended those things and then return what? I will return that item. After creating, I will return that item. Right? If we have some error occurred here, we can pass that error as well here, right? Like in this say, we can pass that error. But I am not going to go into that much of detail here, right? This is a simple system. I will teach those things in the upcoming videos. Okay. Now it has created the item, right? This is simple, very simple thing. Okay. Then we want the service, right? Service also I will divide it into two parts, right? Then we can easily write the unit test. Item service, and then item service IMPL. Okay, then in here also we have the item service interface, right? In here also we have that create item, right? Okay, create item. In here I will add that create item function, like in this way. In here I want to add some new directory called DTO, right? In here inside the DTO we have two directories, request, another thing is the response, right? Don't get in confused, right? I will teach you step by step those things, right? Okay, in here why I am creating this tool. In here we can use that model, right? Like in this item in this way, but this is not a good practice, right? By passing the model is not a good practice, right? In the backend service, right? To avoid that one, we are using the request and the response, right? When we are passing some data to the front end to the back end, we can use request, right? If we want to pass some data from back end to the front end, we can use the response, right? Okay, then in here we have what? Item request. It's an empty file, right? This is the empty file. In here, I will add the type create item request, right? When we are creating the item, we will pass what? Only name, right? Because ID generated by automatically. Okay, then inside the service, I will use that one. Item create request. All right. Create item request. Create item request. Okay. After creating the item, we want the response, right? In here, I will add that response item response. I will add the called item response, right? In here, we want to pass ID like this int. I am not going to add JSON thing here for the moment, right? I will teach you that one as well. And name. Then inside this, I can return that one as well. Item response. Okay. Now, in here, new item service, right? In here we have the new item service, and then we can return item service here, right? I will create a type all item service, right? Struct. For this struct, I want that DAO, right? Item DAO, right? Because we are directly called to the DAO using this item service. Okay, then I will return. In here we want that DAO, right? And the return address of what? This item service, right? Item service, and then we want to assign that DAO like in this DAO. In here they are saying that implement music method, right? I am implementing this create item method. Okay. If we got some error, I will return that one as well, right? In here, comma error. Right. This folder structure is very important, right? Even though it's a simple system, I will teach you how we can maintain the folder structure, right? Then, if you are going to develop the large system, you can follow this kind of the folder structure, right? Then we can easily maintain those things, right? I will teach you how we can create the main unit test, those kind of things in here as well, right? Be sure this is a very important system, right? We are beginning to the system that software engineering industry, right? Okay, in here we have added that create item thing, right? In here, what we are going to do here? First, I am creating that item, right? Model dot item. We want name. What is the name? Create item request dot name, right? By using the request, I am creating that model, right? Okay, then I am creating the variable created item and then call to I dot, I will write this one as is the pointer value, right? S dot DAO dot create item, then I can pass that. I have added the name and then call to that create item thing, right? By using this one, you can go to the interface, and by clicking this one, you can go to the implementation of that, right? Then you can easily look in those things. This is the created item, right? And then we want to create the response, right? This is the response, right? Item response. In here we want to add the ID. What's the ID? Created item dot ID and then name. Okay. Then I will return response item. Here we want to add that error as well. Like in this. Right. And error is name. Right. There is no any error. Right. Now we have completed that our service as well. Right, this is the service. Hope you got clearly understand about that. Okay, now if we want to call to this service, then we need what? We need the controller, right? This is the controller. I will create file called item controller. right? I already have told you that, right? In here, by using the some front end, we are directly called to this, right? Then I will add the kind of type item controller, right? To item controller, we need the service, because from the item controller we are called to the service, right? And then function new item controller, right? I'm going to return this. Simple thing, right? We already have did that here. In here we want to pass service like in this set, and then in here we are using this. Maybe this use C, right? Point the value of the item controller, like in this say. This is the items handler. Create the function name as items handler, right? In here we have I'm using this net package, right? HTTP dot response writer, HTTP dot, in here I want HTTP dot response writer, and then I want the request as well as a parameter. And then in here I will add the switch statement. By using the request, we have the method, old method, like this. In here we can check several methods, right? These are the HTTP methods. We have get, put, post, like several things, right? In here first I will check what HTTP dot method. There are several things, right? Method I will use this post, because I want to pass some values by using the post request, right? In here I'm called to the c dot create items function with the w and r, right? With the w and r. I will add the default as well here. Right, this is the default. In here we can add if we are sending some another request, right, like get to some kind of another request, it will go to the default, right? Then we'll return error, right? Like in this say error HTTP dot error. In here we can pass the response writer and error in the code, right? Method not allowed status I will pass 405, right? And status text means what? It gives some text here, right? We are using this one, right? I will set that one here. It will return this, history, right? Okay, then in here I want to create this method. Okay, I have created that one. Like in this way. Okay, then first we want to create the request, right? In here, item create item request, right? Okay, create item request. Now we can pass those things. In here, I want to teach you that one as well, right? In here, we are using JSON, right? From using the front end, we are sending JSON values, right? After getting those JSON values, those things are deserialized from the backend, right? And also, we are sending those response data as the JSON, right? This is the JSON is the communication mechanism, right? In here, I'm going to add a error like in this way, JSON in here, right? JSON dot new. First, we want to decode the request, right? Body, request body, we want to decode, right? In here, we are expecting what? This kind of thing. What kind of thing? This kind of thing we are expecting, right? We only expecting the name, right? Then in here we are decoding that request, right? If we are got some error here, right? It will go to this, and then I will add this error. After that, we do not want to continue this function, then I will return this. And also one thing I want to mention here, right? In here, we want to maintain that logs, right? And that is also a very important thing, because by looking at the backend service, right? We got some error, we can identify if we are not putting those logs, right? As example, in here, front end know what happened, right? Because we are passing this one, but there is no any error log in the backend because we are not added that one, right? In that kind of situation, very hard to identify the error. Because of that, we want to maintain the log, right? This is a very important thing. Easily, then we can identify the errors. Log.printf I am using here, right? These are very basic things, right? I am using all the inbuilt Go functions, right? To here. I will add in here. I will add status not allowed, right? And then I will add what is the request here, like in this. And also, if we got some error, that one also we want to log, right? Error decoding body, right? And then I will log the error as well. Then we can easily identify the error. Okay, this item controller, right? Initially we have decode that our request, and then I'm creating two variables, error, like in this set, and then I want to call to what? C dot service dot create item, right? Then I can pass this request. Okay. If error not equal nil, right? It means that what? Then there is an error. Then we want to log that here, and also front end also want to know that this error, right? Otherwise user didn't know anything. Because of that, we want to pass this one as well. Right? We are passing that errors to the front end as well and return, right? Because we don't want to execute another lines, right? If we do not get any error, we can write the response using this response writer w dot write header. In here, we are writing this status created 201, right? This is the status code, right? And then I am going to encode the response, and then we can pass it to the front end. JSON dot new encoder, we want to pass the response writer, right? These are inbuilt functions, and then we can encode that item. If we got some error from here, we want to maintain that logs as well, and also front end also want to know that, right? Okay, now we have implement the one HTTP request that is called force, right? This is the step-by-step way we can handle the HTTP request, right? This folder structure is very important, right? I will teach you that get, delete, put those HTTP requests as well. Then I will go through these files again and again, right? Then you can get a clear understanding about these separations, right? Finally, inside the main, right, we want to create those instances, right? First, we want the instance of DAO, right? DAO this, I will get DAO instance. In this way, right? Why I am creating this DAO instance? Why we need DAO instance? To create the service, right? To create the service, we want that DAO, right? That's why I am creating that. Okay. And then I am at that service instance here. Service dot new service instance. We want to pass that DAO instance here, right? And then we have the controller as well. Controller instance. Controller dot new controller. Then we can pass this service instance. Okay. And then we have this HTTP dot handle font, right? In here, we want to pass the pattern and then the handler, right? Handler is the function that has what response writer and the request. In here, we want to mention the pattern, right? I will teach you this one. I will add this here for the moment items. This is the pattern, and then we have the controller. Controller dot item control. Not item controller. We want to pass this because this kind of function we want to include you here, right? Like this. Controller dot what? Item handle. Okay. Now it's fine. Now I am adding some log. Log.printf starting the server port 8080, right? And then I am going to listen and serve the this 8080 port, right? And then I am passing handler as a nil, right? If we got some error, we are adding this turtle if. What is this? In here, it will display the output and then it will exit the system, right? Using the os.exit function, right? In here, we can pass the some message here. Unable to start server, like in this. Okay. Now we have implemented simple RESTful web service that has only one thing, that is called post request, right? And then I'm going to run this one, right? In here I will add the configuration, add new, go build. Okay, now I will run this. It's compiling. Now here you can see this log has printed here, right? Starting server at port 8080, right? This is not actually a good log adding thing, right? I will teach you how we can add the logs with the file line, right? Then we can easily identify the error occur file line as well, right? Then we want to maintain the context. In that case, I will teach you those things in the future videos, right? For the moment, I'm simply logging the things like in this. Okay, now our system has started, right? Then I will use postman, right? Using the postman, we can simply create the post request. I will add the request. This is the post request, right? What is the URL? http://localhost. What is the port? 8080. This is the pattern items, right? This pattern we have mentioned here. If we are sending this kind of pattern, it will goes to this handle function, right? Okay. And then we want to pass the body, right? We want to pass what kind of body? JSON body here, right? Okay. This is the JSON format. I am passing name, right? Sample item. This is also history, right? I will send this one. Now here you can see we got the status code, but it's 201. Now we know we have created the item, and here you can see it returned the output id as one, name as the sample item. Then I will add sample item 2 as cell. Now id has auto incremented, and those data is stored to the that slice, right? If when we are adding that get HTTP request, we can retrieve the slice content as well, right? I will teach you that in the next video, because video will get in more lengthy otherwise, right? Right. If we are adding some values here, those values are storing in the item DAO, this slide, right? Right. I will create some bad request here. I will pass. In here, they are expecting string value, but I will pass integer. What is the output now? In here, we got some error. What is the error? JSON cannot unmarshal number into Go struct field. Create a request name type string. Right? Because in this request expecting the string value, but we are passing the integer value. That is not allowed here, right? Then we are sending bad request. HTTP code, right? And then in here, when we are going through the backend, we can identify that errors as well here, right? Because in here we have logged those data, right? In here we have logged it, right? Error decoding body, right? We have discussed those things, right? This string formatting thing, right? And then this is the error. Okay, hope you get a clear understanding about how we can create a simple RESTful web service, right? This is the part 1 of it, right? I will teach you more important things in the upcoming videos, right? This is the first one. If you have learned new things, please subscribe to my channel. Please share these things with your friends, right? Then others also can learn new things. And also, I'm going to continue this with the front-end application as well, right? I already have told that I am integrating this with the Jetpack Compose Android app, right? Then you can get a clear understanding about how you can communicate with the front-end and the back-end, right? Okay. Hope you got a clear understanding about these things, right? If you have any kind of questions, please put those things to the comment section, then I can answer to those things. Okay, we will meet in the next video with the HTTP GET request, right? Okay, thank you guys, bye. See you in the next video.